Okay. I've tried to do this 4 times already, and I've failed every single time. Shit, forgot to put my shoes on. All right, I am on my way to get my hair cut because it looks crazy. Got a wedding tomorrow. Can't be looking like a wolf out here. As I have Ducky here driving me, my name is Xavier. I am the owner and one of the trainers inside of Intent Fitness. And on top of that, I work in NERC compliance. I game, I look at, I love tech and shit like that. A whole bunch of other things. Anyway, yeah. I need to get this haircut. I get trimmed up a little bit just so that when we get to this wedding, me and Jazz, that's my girlfriend, so that we can take some good pictures and look good together and stuff like that. That's so much fun. Okay, you're probably also thinking like, dude, are you vlogging while your car is driving? Yes, I am. This thing is incredible. I've had it now for about 3 weeks, and I think it's done probably about 86% of my driving. I could check the stats, but I don't think you guys really care about the specifics. It's done most of my driving, and I have to say that those engineers with Tesla, I appreciate them. Elon, on the other hand, we don't bang with him. But anyway, yeah, this full self-driving has been incredible. There's certain moments where, like, yeah, I have to disengage, but it's not anything like crucial or crazy. It's more like we might be getting a little close to that curve, and I'm uncomfortable. It's not gonna hit the curve, but it's more preference. But yeah, this thing has definitely done majority of my driving. Sometimes I think it drives better than I do. Anyway, so starting this channel off because earlier this month I told my boy that I was going to get this started, and he was also going to get started at the same time. So I'm publicly putting him on the spot because now he has to follow through. And if he doesn't, he knows what I'm gonna say. I'll say a whole bunch of words. All that to say that I'm also using this channel as a opportunity for me to just start speaking more about like what I do, for people to gain some more awareness around Intent. That's the personal training business that I own. I'm pretty sure I said that in the beginning, but anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. Build some visibility for the business, get people more aware of what I'm trying to do, what the mission is. Again, the goal is to, of course, like help people get to their meet their visions of themselves. And another part of that business is also helping people learn exactly what a healthy lifestyle looks like in 2026, because what's basic or as normal out in the industry is seeing like crazy workouts, people doing push-ups into pull-ups and then doing a backflip, and they feel like they have to do all of this work just to live a healthy and fit life, and that's not the case. And also, some people also just don't know what a healthy plate of food looks like. I'm also a registered, not a registered dietitian. Whoa, strike that. I'm certified in nutrition as well. So I help people build like healthy nutritional habits just to, obviously maintain their goals and also reach their goals. This is also stuff that they can take into, of course, like help their kids and whatnot, especially when it comes to sports. A lot of high schoolers out there are undernourished and underperforming. So just general information, just putting it out there. Now, it took me 10 billion years, and I said in the beginning of this, I've tried this 4 times to actually record this video. I was initially going to start it on my way to Boston. Went out to Boston to go watch one of my boys graduate from law school. Incredible feat, by the way. Incredible feat. But, you know, it wasn't perfect, and I struggle with perfectionism a little bit. So here is me doing this imperfectly. All right, as you can see, we got the cut. We looking fresh to death. All right, let me not go nowhere because my girl gonna strangle me. Anyway, so I'm on my way back home now. I have some work left to do, a couple things. So I said I'm working in compliance, and right now, one of the sites that I oversee, I guess I should say generation sites, I work in the renewables space doing NERC, specifically NERC compliance. It's a North American Electric Reliability Corporation. Basically, they have a set of standards that we have to comply to. I do compliance mostly on the operations and planning side, so I specialize with those sorts of standards. Anyway, so we're going through a audit right now with NPCC. So there's a whole bunch of, I guess, work that I am coordinating. So got a couple of things to do on that end, and yeah, probably going to after that hit the gym, get busy, get a little workout in at I think I'm probably gonna hit iGrind. Gotta see if Matthias is out there. Gotta see if he set up the door that I've been working on for him. See if he got that all set up. And yeah, the day is moving. Yeah, and I guess with that being said, like, let me know if there's anything in the comments, anything that you guys would like to see, like to know. Maybe you want to know more about NERC compliance. I can go over income, what I make, not necessarily who I work for, but details around the lifestyle and whatnot. If you guys want to know about this car and the Tesla and how I've been enjoying it or how I like it, let me know in the comments. I could definitely do like a, I guess, a review, you know, an Xavier review. Figure out a couple things that I could show you guys. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. As I said, I am a little bit of a techie as well. I'm recording on this iPhone Pro Max, but this is my business phone, so I take all my client calls with this phone, just because, you know, people typically like to communicate on iPhones, and I can't fight that. What I can do is have something that I do enjoy. So this is the Galaxy Flip 6. Yes, it has a foldable screen. As you can see, screen folds. Oh, it's a full one, so I could be like, hello. What? I don't like that deal. 10,000, that's it. Bang it on them, just like that. But I've been noticing that I've been gravitating towards this iPhone because the screen is a little bit bigger, and that's it. So I seen that Motorola just dropped their Fold. Obviously Galaxy hit it off with their Fold 7 this year. That phone was going viral all over TikTok when I was on it. But Samsung is also about to announce the Fold 8. I'm feeling like they're going to disappoint me. So I'm going back and forth between, do I just buy the Motorola Razr Fold now? Or do I wait for Samsung to drop theirs and potentially disappoint me? I don't know. Give your thoughts in the comments. Am I crazy? Or, should I just go get an iPhone, because why am I being a stubborn Android guy? All right, as you can see, I am home. I got it all high up so y'all can't see all the greatness that's in here. No, I'm just kidding. But just got back in, about to finish up some work that I'm doing and get out my meal prepped food. Because we can't rely for when I get home and all of a sudden I want either a Chipotle burrito or maybe Five Guys fries. Yeah, can't be doing that. So I'm gonna pull out this chicken thighs and rice that I made on Tuesday. All right, pull that out. We're gonna have that for lunch, and we're gonna get some work done. All right. All done for the day. I'm about to slam that laptop shut until Monday. Decent day. Just found out one of my coworkers who just started doing what I do is leaving. Certain positions, this basically the work that I do can be a lot. It can be grueling. So yeah, very shocked to see that they're leaving, but I guess that's just the nature of business. All right, next on the agenda, gonna check and see if Matthias is here. Gonna hit the gym. If he's not here, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might go to Crunch, I might not. Low-key feeling wiped out. My Oura Ring confirms that as well. It told me to choose today. I, as a coach myself, I think I'm gonna make a choice that fits me. Okay. All right. I'm not perfect. Yeah, and from there, just gonna wait until tomorrow. Wake up, get me. Oh, snap! I actually forgot. My brother's senior ball is today, so I have to go take pictures for him. How could I forget? All right, I'm not gonna lie. Your boy is dirt tired. Just woke up from a nap, and I need to make my way out to my brother's ball so we can get some pictures and tell him that he's a big boy now and he's about to go do big boy things and hopefully survive while doing it. All right, one of the things that I love about this is that I sent the destination to my car and all I did was get in and I just have to hit that. And here we go. But I guess I can take this time to talk about what my diet and fitness goals have been. And of course, we got somebody parked in this thing, and hopefully Ducky gets back on over and skips the pothole there. And he did. Fantastic, because we don't want to hit that crater that's in the ground. Like, Jesus. This is 2026, right? Why don't we have self-healing gravel yet? This is ridiculous. Anyway. So for the past year, I have been mainly focusing on muscle growth and I'm sorry, I just lied directly to all of y'all. I just lied directly to this camera. So I've been in a cut since the beginning of the year, right? It's like it's been a very I don't want to say loose cut. It's been like a slight deficit. My body fat percentage has been the only thing that's been dropping. And this is on purpose because I'm really trying to keep as much muscle in my body as possible. So I'm happy with this. I'm currently eating around 1900 calories, 100 and somewhere between 160 and 200 grams of protein, depending on what kind of day it is, whether it's a rest day or a... Hold on, this is one of the turns that I gotta lock in for. I just gotta make sure Ducky doesn't hesitate or some shit like that. Got this Mustang that's taking its sweet slow time and decided not to put on the turning signal, so Ducky didn't know what to do. Anyway, yeah, so somewhere between 160 grams and 200 grams of protein each day. And I'll highlight exactly what I'm eating during the week. Look, we're in a roundabout. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It does it perfectly. All right. Anyway. So around 1900 calories per day. That's a decent deficit for me, especially if I hit all my steps. You know, again, as a busy professional who mostly sits at the desk, I have to go out of my way to make sure I'm getting enough steps during the day, and or just getting some other form of activity, just because again, sitting at a desk all day, going home, sitting on the couch, yeah, you might cook, yeah, you might wash some dishes and stuff like that, but like on a good day, I'd probably get like 3,000 calories without doing something additional. So that's not okay. We care about our health over here, so I'm usually shooting for just over 8,000 calories. But obviously, like, if I have a 10,000 step day or a 12,000 step day, we're golden. And just to be completely transparent, I probably only have 4,000 steps today. It looks like my dad's calling. I always get nervous during this turn because there's a car right there, obviously, and wow, that's insane. That's insane. Don't know if you could tell right there, but basically the car recognized that somebody was obviously in that little slither of road, and if we were to move forward or sit behind it, we wouldn't have fit too well, and we still would have been in the road for oncoming traffic. So it waited until basically there were no cars coming around that bend for it to go, which is incredible. So basically, after it seen that the last couple of cars were coming up and that car in front of me was able to move forward, that's when it actually moved forward, which is incredible. I can't believe I just witnessed that. I've never gotten to let the car kind of run through that scenario before, but yeah, incredible stuff. Anyway, so yes, I've been like in a slight deficit. Why are we going so fast? Ducky, holy shit. Sorry for that abrupt ending right there. I almost got pulled over because I was holding my phone. Yeah, I also left my full self-driving in hurry mode, so that's why it was going so fucking fast. I was like, yo, we are about to start cutting up and it's mad traffic. Nothing would have happened, but it was just going way too fast for comfort. I was like, yo, why are we turning up right now? We got a 30-minute drive right now because it's like back-to-back, bumper-to-bumper traffic right now. I think there's an accident that happened up here. I really hope whoever that was is fine, and hopefully Hopefully it wasn't any of the kids that are going to this ball right now. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, okay, I was about to say, I think there's a fire truck coming, but I don't think so. I don't see one anywhere. Yeah, anyway, like I was saying, in this deficit, I've lost mostly from my body percentage or body fat percentage, and this is mostly coming from my Withings body scan. I have a pretty that it's an expensive scale. It does the impedance test and whatnot, and while they say it's about 90% accurate compared to a DEXA, which is, I guess, the golden standard right now. It is useful for trends. I'm gonna put it there until I actually go and get myself a DEXA out here. I think they cost about $200 one of these days. I'm just gonna send it and pretty much get my DEXA, see how it compares to this scale. But yeah, pretty much my body fat percentage has been changing or dropping month after month, which is exactly what I'm shooting for with this 1900 calorie target right now with that high protein intake. So a little bit more information about what I'm eating. So in the morning, I have 2 beef sticks, and at work, when I go into the office, I have 2 Oikos. I don't know how you pronounce that company, but we're just gonna say Oikos. I have 2 of those protein cups. They're about 15 grams each. And yes, while you might be saying, Xavier, that is a fully processed breakfast right there, and where's your carbs at? And I'm gonna respond with, I know, I'm just too busy in the morning and don't want to wake up super early figuring out what my or putting together my breakfast. I used to be that dedicated. As I've gotten older, I'm too tired. So that's what we've been going with, and it's been working. For lunch, I have the standard, I don't want to say standard, people usually eat chicken breast, but chicken breast has been way too dry. I've been eating chicken breast for way too long, so we switched over to chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs, and white rice. Sometimes I go chicken with salad and drizzle some olive oil and throw some salt on it. I also do that as well. Delicious. Either way, we're getting the protein in. Sometimes I'm getting the carbs with the rice, the carbs and fiber with the rice. Other times I'm just getting the fiber with the vegetables. After that, go home, smash a protein shake. Yes, with water, not milk. Depends on the day though. Like if I have a day where I'm just having the chicken salad, maybe I'll throw some milk in there just to give me a little bit something. Just give me a little bit of something, right? And then yeah, for dinner I make a chili, and I typically don't use any cooking oils with that. If I do use it, it's just a spray. It's just straight up ground beef, beans, and crushed tomatoes. Top that, for a base, I have white rice, and then I have the chili, or I guess you could say like the meat and bean sauce, as a topping. And yeah, a perfect day like that will get me to my 200 grams protein, and I'll also still be under 1900 calories, or around 1900 calories, somewhere between there. The reason why I also say around is because there's no way that we can be exact, right? We can weigh things out, and hopefully we will get pretty close to where we're at, but even then, we're not eating every single grain of rice. We're not taking in all the sauce and whatever. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a process. This guy not gonna let me in? You're not gonna let me in? Okay, yeah, you're gonna let me in. Let me lock in real quick. Alright, so that's all the details around my nutrition. It looks like it opened up. We are back on free open road mostly, which is amazing. See, we're passing the bridge. This is where we're going over the bridge. In terms of my exercise, so this is what has been changing since the beginning of the year. I have been going from a more, I want to say like what would they call it? A split based? I don't want to say split based. I want to say like more of like a hybrid program in the beginning of the year. I was doing like Zercher squats, doing like kettlebell presses and kettlebell swings and stuff like that, and then like mixing it in with some bodybuilding movements. Then about 2 or 3 months of that, switched into more like bodybuilding again, just to take a break from a little bit of hybrid training that I was doing. It was my first time running it, and honestly it felt fantastic. I used to be an athlete. I was running track. I used to run an 800. I was also doing football for a little bit, but track was my main sport. So, you know, I got to hold on to that athleticism. I can't be feeling like I'm 90 years old at this age. It's not okay. So, like, that hybrid training was really nice. But, yeah, we went back to bodybuilding a little bit. And now we are back to, I want to say, hybrid plus. And the reason why I say that is because, like, I'm doing, like, heavy squats and, like, heavy compound lifts. But I'm starting my workout with like some agility work and some like more power moves. So like, for example, like I might start my workout with some like A skips or some what they call them pogo jumps. And then after that, I'll go right into like some power move, like a kettlebell swing or some ball slams. And then I'll do one heavy compound. So like I'll do 3 sets of somewhere between 3 and 5 for squats, bench, and I low-key want to start doing overhead press just to add that into the rotation. And then I finish off with some bodybuilding moves. So I do 2 or 3. So I'll either do like incline press, or maybe I'll do a lat pull down. And again, like this is also covered between 3 days where I'm in the gym. So that's current. Oh, and then I finish off the exercise with some sort of mobility move. So like you can think like a long lunge, or a squat hold, something of that nature. And yeah, that's pretty much the way that I have been structuring my workouts these past couple of weeks. And let me tell you, I feel 10 times better than I have been. It's my first time running this structure. Keeps me motivated to go into the gym because like my workouts aren't, I don't want to say I can't say that they aren't as hard. It's more like, it's just like more exciting. Like, I've been working out since 2019, and like, I know there's gonna be people older than me saying like, oh, I've been working out for 20 years, still doing this. But okay, I personally like to switch it up every 3 months, and this is like the first time I felt a little excited to actually like go into the gym. It's pretty much been raining over me this past year. Just been feeling really weird with my relationship with the gym personally. Not to the point where I'm like, I want to stop. It's more like kind of got where I wanted aesthetic wise, and now I think before I was just trying to find that excitement again, or the connection that I had to the gym. So now that I have this hybrid training, that'll be my thing until I get sick of it, and then I'm gonna find something else to connect to. But yeah, anyway, with that being said, I don't want you to think this is the same way that I approach with my coaching or stuff like that. This is just me and my personal journey. my when I am doing coaches, there's phases. There's an actual process that we or I take people through just to ensure that they are going to make progress. And on top of that, they're also going to learn the ins and outs of their nutrition and their workouts. Like, theirs is going to be completely customized for them. It's going to be specific for them. It's going to be unique. And then, yeah, on top of that, depending on which tier you are in, I'll be helping with your meals, and of course, even helping figure out what meals you can make for your full family. Let's say you have a wife and kids, or you have a husband and kids, stuff like that. I'll definitely be helping out during that process as well. Sitting in traffic, on another note, with the full self-driving is beautiful. It is wonderful. Because guess what? You're not gonna have to. Well, obviously there's one pedal driving in here. Yes, there is a pedal and a brake pedal, but you rarely use the brake pedal. But sitting in traffic, you gotta go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop. So like with the full self-driving, obviously you don't have to do that. The car gets to deal with all of that, and it is wonderful. Even when cops, sometimes the cops need to, the police need to escort like a tow truck or something through traffic. The car is going to get over for you. You don't have to take over the full self-driving. What the hell is that? What is that? You see that? What is that? Anyway, you don't have to take over for it. It's going to move over and merge. It'll definitely fight people in the lane too. This car ain't no pushover. All right, Ducky ain't no pushover. Ducky don't play that. Ducky don't play that. Anyway, so it's like fully they really did a good job with this, and I can't stop glazing it. I should also say I'm still on like 14 dot whatever, so I'm not on the newest one. I kept my software update thing to normal, because I've also heard some nightmare, I don't want to say nightmare, some weird things going on with the newer updates. So I've been leaving that part. I've been leaving that alone. I'll let them test it, and then when it's perfected and it's all nice and clean, I'll then take it. But yeah, right now I'm on the highway. There is a lot of cars around me, and people are driving fast and all aggressive and shit like that. And hey, the car is cruising. I'm happy. But anyway, let me lock in. Let me listen to some music and get to my brother safely. All right. Obviously it's night. The day took a little bit of a turn of events, so met my brother out at the ball location. Took some pictures, and then my parents and a couple of their friends was like, "Hey, we out in Saratoga, New York. Why don't we go run down the strip, get a couple of drinks, get some food?" And I said, whatever. Mind you, my dad's birthday is in a couple of days, so I took this opportunity to treat everybody. Paid for everybody's meal and whatnot, and said happy birthday, all the good stuff. So gotta prepare for this wedding. Making my way back home now. All right, it is 8:03 in the morning, and guess what we gotta go do? We about to hit a supercharger, baby, and it's super easy. I should add, while it's driving to the superchargers right now, it is also preconditioning the battery for the supercharger. It's just warming it up, getting it at a good temperature to receive that fast charging. So all I had to do was get out, grab the plug. There's a button on the plug. You click it and it opens up the charging port. I plugged it in, and that's it. I also set my charge limit up to 95 since I'm going to be traveling pretty far out for the wedding. So I'm also going to be a driver for the groom and one of the groomsmen. So it's a special day. It's an important day. Gotta make sure this is all charged up and whatnot, just so that we could get around nice and easy and smoothly. But yeah, I obviously am about to go into a wedding, but I am also in a not a surplus. Dang, what's the word for it? A deficit. Yep. Words are gonna be hard today. One of the things that I'm putting together a resource for people to buy, just so that one, they can handle this fitness and nutrition stuff themselves. It's super cheap. Just so that they can handle it themselves. I also provide tips for, or what us engineers like to say, not engineering controls, internal controls. We like to put together some internal controls, basically some tips, some systems, some protocols that we'll have in place when we have, when life just happens. So like in a situation where right now I'm going out to a wedding, they're gonna have a whole bunch of delicious food. How do you handle that? So I'm gonna be putting that together in this resource and whatnot, so stay tuned for that. People also typically ask, what do you do while your car is charging? Like, it's supposed to be charging for 40 minutes. What do you do? And that's a fantastic question. I sit here and I just stare at the clouds and I go, wow, it looks like it's about to rain. It is raining. I'm just kidding. Let me show you a few things. So while you're sitting in here, obviously you have music. That's a form of entertainment depending on who you are. But as you can see, the last thing that Jazz had pulled up was karaoke. But you can also go to this arcade, and this arcade has a host of games. Big one here. But yeah, you have these games. You also have the theater, where you could watch Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Twitch. You could even scroll TikTok in here, which is insane to me. What else? You also have Grok. You can sit in here, talk to Grok. Or, one of my favorite ones, you can just take a nap. But yeah, this is actually, believe it or not, it's really nice, because I feel like this car forces you to like slow down and like really just like take in life while you're out traveling and stuff like that. Because usually when you're traveling, yeah, in the gas car, it's just like, we just need to go, we just need to get there. You stop and get gas, takes 5 minutes. But all of that just feels like a rush. And pair that with the full self-driving with this car, you don't really feel that rush or that angst to get to where you're going. Obviously, like if you're in a time crunch, you're in a time crunch, right? But if you're a proper planner like me, and you're not like one of them dirty muff that don't be planning shit. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I like to stop and appreciate life. This is something that I've been adopting these past, almost want to say 2 years. So yeah, this fits my lifestyle. Now I low-key want to go inside the Stewart's and get a core power, but I don't know. I'm sick of spending money, but it's just a core more power, I can do it. I won't die, I think. Alright. Now that I look like a bombshell entering in on Love Island, USA, I am now on my way to the pickup spot for the groom. And we about to get lit and have a grand old time. We not outside no more. We inside. Certified inside. Alright. So, wedding was beautiful. The scenery out in upstate New York, out towards the Catskills, is always beautiful. It's always nice. We just got to the groom's place, and we are debating whether we want to go out to Kingston or not.
Is this your coat?
Huh?
Is this your coat?
That is my... Yes, that is...
Is this your hanger?
That is my hanger,
okay.
And that is my jacket, yes. Okay. Yeah, we're just debating whether we want to go out or not. Most likely, since we are all approaching 30, that might not be the case, but we shall see. Please.
Wait.
Definitely could have had the wedding here.
Not a cause for disaster.
Oh my God. All right, closed out the night. We went and stopped at a bar. Had us maybe about a high noon, and then we called it a night because we was way too tired, right? Anyway, with that being said, please let me know what you guys want to see, hear from me. Put it down in the comments. And yeah, let's start this journey together. Peace.